SnoopDogg.com online radio with your free bets and sports picks. I can't explain it. I just can't explain it. I feel like John Travolta in Phenomenon, like a fucking light just came from out of the sky, and all of a sudden, I am the greatest sports bettor to ever live. SnoopDogg.com online radio. Free bets and sports picks has a record of 968 and 942 in its last 1,909 picks against the spread, over, under, and money line. SnoopDogg.com online radio. Free bets and sports picks went 2-0 last night with Monday Night Football, the Jaguars against the point spread and the over. SnoopDogg.com online radio went 1-3 in baseball. What's going on with those Cubs? Giving SnoopDogg.com online radio free bets and sports picks a 3-3 record overall for Monday night. Last night, 3-3 in both baseball and football. Today we have hockey. The season, 2025 NHL season, will begin today at 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. SnoopDogg.com online radio, free bets and sports picks has those three games picked out. Got some great numbers for you. And, of course, we have October baseball. Let's get right to it. These games are coming down to the wire despite the scores. These last couple games with some blowouts. These statistics and averages are updated to what they would be after these high-scoring games. Again, these teams are going back and forth, home to road, so everything's included with these final score predictions. We put the live betting action on there. We have home and road away. We have the pitchers' ERAs included in as well. The bullpens are in there too. So SnoopDogg.com online radio, free bets and sports picks has the Mariners and the Tigers as the first game this afternoon at 4:08 p.m. Eastern Time start. The Mariners 4.91 versus the Tigers 4.87. In every statistic that I have for this game, I have the Mariners as the better team. The Tigers won the first one 3-2. Mariners won the second one 3-2. Mariners are favored on the road. Mariners are favored on the road in Game 3 of this American League Divisional Series. 4.91 to the Tigers, 4.87. I have about 4 or 5 different statistics here, and across the board, the Mariners are a better team, whether it's by a decimal or by a full point. I have the Mariners a better team in every category of this matchup in this particular Game 3 of the series. SnoopDogg.com online radio, free bets and sports picks has a game final prediction pre-game based on averages and statistics, 5-4 in the Mariners' favor. The Mariners are favored on the road just above the 110 money line cutoff. So the Seattle pick won't be going towards SnoopDogg.com online radio, free bets and sports picks record of its quest to be the best. However, the averages and statistics pregame based on different parts of the game and the players has a final score of the Mariners 5-4 over the Tigers, which would give this game also a over of the 7.5 run total. SnoopDogg.com online radio, free bets and sports picks has 9 total runs. Second game of the evening, 8:08 p.m. Eastern Time start. Once again, with all the categories that I have, SnoopDogg.com online radio, free bets and sports picks, the Yankees are the better team in all the averages for this particular matchup versus the Blue Jays in New York, in the Bronx. 5.1 to the Blue Jays, 4.77. Yankees 5.1, Blue Jays 4.77. That would give SnoopDogg.com online radio, free bets and sports picks a final score of 5-5 by averages and statistics pre-game. The Blue Jays have scored well above averages in their first 2 games, their first 2 victories, and the Yankees have played well below average in the first two games of this American League Divisional Series. Game 3 tonight, 8:08 p.m. Eastern Time. Yankees a favorite at home. iSnoopDogg.com online radio, free bets and sports picks has the Yankees winning 5-4. Yankees minus 165 is above the minus 110 money line payout cutoff for iSnoopDogg.com online records. Quest to be the best record. However, iSnoopDogg.com online radio, free bets and sports picks has the game with 9 total runs. Vegas has 7.5. Both games going over tonight based on iSnoopDogg.com online radio, free bets and sports picks. Averages and statistics with their pregame predicted score. Now we have hockey. Hockey begins at 5 p.m. Eastern Time tonight. The season begins for 2025. 3 games, and I have some great numbers here to help you try to find the score that you will want. Maybe your team is playing tonight. Maybe you got a team you want to bet on. iSnoopDogg.com online radio, free bets and sports picks has a couple different numbers to get to a final score that you may want to get off of, go off on. With the final scores, iSnoopDogg.com online radio posts on iSnoopDogg.com online magazine. The preseason averages and statistics were the numbers that made the final scores that we have predicted for these first 3 games in the 2025 NHL season. However, iSnoopDogg.com online radio, free bets and sports picks, as they always do, has your back, has some options for you, wants you to be more confident in the pick that you are going to pick. So listen to some of these numbers. Blackhawks at the Panthers. Last season, the Blackhawks averaged .63 goals overall. On the road, the Blackhawks averaged last season .39, which would give them, as one of our averages towards the predicted final score on iSnoopDogg.com online radio magazine, we have about 6 or 7 different averages we go off of. This is one of them. That would give them a .51 overall averaged out statistic in this particular category from last season's numbers. Preseason, they would have .92. Now for the Panthers last season, they scored 3 goals a game, and at home, they scored 1.83, which in this category would give them a 2.42 final score. In preseason, they only have 1 goal in this category. Last season, their numbers were 2.42. This preseason, their numbers is 1. For the Blackhawks, last season, .51 points in this particular category. And again, we have about 6 or 7 different categories we do these averages on to try to average out in statistics, get some statistics, and get a final score for our bettors and gamblers out there of to secure a lock or a win and put some cash in your pocket. Blackhawks last season, .51 points in this category. Preseason, .92. iSnoopDogg.com online radio, free bets and sports picks went with the preseason numbers in this particular matchup. The Blackhawks at the Panthers has the Panthers winning this game 1-0. Now, I'm not really sure what Vegas is looking at with some of these games. These first 2 games, I'm not really sure if they don't know what the fuck they're doing with these first games in hockey, if they're just getting a feel for the players and seeing how they're going to play compared to preseason now that it's season. But the Blackhawk Panthers, I don't have one statistic, not one. This Blackhawks Panthers game, not one statistic. I just read them to you preseason or last season, and I have about 6 or 7 different categories with individual players, making sure there weren't any huge changes in the rosters, injury updates, live betting action. It all plays a part, but in this one particular category, that would give me a Panthers score of 1-0. And the over-under is 5.5. It's definitely a game to look at. It's the first game of NHL preseason, but averages are averages, numbers are numbers, statistics are statistics. So 5.5 may be a game to be our lock of the night at iSnoopDogg.com online radio. Free bets and sports picks. Now, the Penguins and the Rangers are the same thing. In this particular category, the Rangers last season, based on numbers, home overall and road in this particular category, the Penguins had 2.1 points. In this preseason, they had 2.98. iSnoopDogg.com online radio, free bets and sports picks went with the preseason numbers in this matchup. With the Rangers, same thing. In this particular category, last season they had 1.96 goals. This preseason, they had 1.2. iSnoopDogg.com online radio, free bets and sports picks has a final score of the Penguins beating the Rangers 3-1. Now, this is another game. That's 4 total scores predicted in this particular matchup in the first game of the season. Vegas has 6.5 goals as the over-under in this game. 5.5 and 6.5 just seem high to me for NHL hockey, for matchups where the most out of 2 games, the Blackhawks and the Panthers and the Penguins and the Rangers, 4 goals is the most scored in the Penguins and Rangers game. Moving on, Avalanche and the Kings, same thing. In this particular category with these particular numbers and this particular matchup, last season, Avalanche have a 1.13 points in this category. For preseason, they have 2.42. The Kings, last season in this particular category with points have 1.59. This preseason, they have 2.5, which would give, in this particular category, and this score stayed steady throughout all the other categories that we go through, about 5 or 6, 7 different ones for these games, the score comes out to 3-2 in the Kings' favor over the Avalanche. Now, the Kings are even money at home. This pick will be going towards the iSnoopDogg.com online radio free bets and sports picks, the Kings to win. And the over-under is closer in this one than the other 2 games for NHL hockey tonight. A combined predicted total amount of goals scored based on averages and statistics would be 5 goals from iSnoopDogg.com online radio free bets and sports picks, which will have iSnoopDogg taking the under in this game of 5.5. Vegas has 5.5 goals in this game. 3 unders, all unders, 3 unders predicted for NHL hockey. The Kings winning at home for even money is a bet. All games to take a look at. The Blackhawks Panthers I have going way under. iSnoopDogg.com online radio free bets and sports picks has a total of 1 goal in that game compared to Vegas's over-under of 5.5. It's a game to take a look at. That may be our lock of the night. Yankees over the Blue Jays 5-4. That would put that game going over. Mariners over the Tigers, a favorite on the road. 9 total runs. That would put that game going over. 3-3 yesterday. Our record is 968 and 942 in our last 109. Which would give iSnoopDogg.com online radio free bets and sports picks a steady rolling train. We are staying steady at 0.507, which is a 51% winning percentile for our picks. Just picking one of iSnoopDogg.com online radio free bets and sports picks. The bettor and the gambler has a 51% chance of winning compared to a 49% chance of losing. And that is iSnoopDogg.com online radio with your free bets and sports picks. We hope you put some wins in the wins category and some cash in your pocket. iSnoopDogg.com online radio with your free bets and sports picks.